Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on this channel, Pure and Tragisch, with me, Disrespectful, aka Benjamin. And yeah, Matchday 8 is going to happen against RapidFlames with his team Trick Room Abusers and this beautiful gentleman Porygon 2, P2, right? And yeah, both of us are currently at the lower half of the standings, so we are fighting for the scraps. There are only this and the next match day left until we will know who is going to be in playoffs and who not. And currently it's not looking too good. I'm not out of the playoff race yet, but we have to win both of games, preferably to save a spot on the playoffs. And yeah, that's what we are trying to do this week. This is our team. Yet again, double fairy, but more of that later. First off, we have the main fairy of my team, Diancie, Mega. Yet again with a sub-core mindset, since I could abuse the Deoxys defense. Most of the times it has like a psychic attack and then or seismic toss, and then only like status moves. Sometimes it even has status moves only. That's why we could set up in front of it. Also, sub is great against stuff like the bishop, which would otherwise be annoying, and after a +1 core mind boost we can pretty much KO everything with Moonblast and Earth Power. Then we have Orbital, physical defensive. It's going to be a check for stuff like the Mamoswine or the Tapu Bulu if needs be. It's also our main check into the Mega Medicham, which takes it fairly well, and Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO. So there's that as well, and yeah, it's going to be a great physical pivot. Then we have Primarina with Choice Scarf yet again. The combination of Hydro Pump and Moonblast hits pretty much everything, and therefore we can spam it a lot. We can try to toxic the Deoxys defense if it's going to be a problem, and yeah, it could be our main win con in the late game. Then we have Scizor with a more physical defensive bulk investment as well, but also some attack investment, since we want to be able to kill the Mamoswine and the Bishop with super power, for example, or the Tauros. Also, Bullet Punch should be a 2-hit KO on Tapu Bulu and stuff like that. Also a 1-hit KO on Ribombee, so that's why some points in attack investment. Then we have Guzlor with the Assault Vest. I hope we don't get status again, but I don't want to run the Lumberry here, since it has to check multiple mons in the enemy team. For example, it's our main Rotom Wash switch in. It's also our only really Channeler switch in, and it can also switch into the Deoxys defense. And yeah, it has a wide variety of uses and can switch in pretty much everything. We have the Sludge Bomb for Tangela, which otherwise would tank the Guzzlord's hit pretty easily. And we have to watch out for that. It can also be good against Ribombee, and the rest we hit pretty hard with the combination of fighting and dark type attacks. And last but not least, we have Electros this time. Electros looks cool as a pivot as well. We can go Acid Spray into a special attack, which pretty much hits everything, and we have U-turn again to pivot around. So let's see if this will play out as we want, and hop into the battle. So here we are in the battle now against Dancing Roach. Yeah, it's his showdown name. And as we can see, he brought double psychic types with Mega Medicham and Deoxys defense. He brought Chandelure and Mamoswine, Ribombee and Rotom Wash. To my surprise, there's no Bishop, which looks really good, especially since I have a potential Sticky Web user in Orbital, so I'm ashamed I didn't bring the Sticky Webs here. But on the other hand, maybe that's good as well for Diancie, but we will see. As for the lead, it was a tough choice, to be fair. It could be the Deoxys defense, which tries to set up hazards. It could be a lead Ribombee with sticky webs. It could be here Mega Medicham first turn to put out pressure and fake out. That's why I wasn't sure what mon to lead. But in the end, I decided on leading with the mon, which has a great variety of Pokemon it can stay in, and that was the Guzzlord. And yeah, so as we can see, Guzzlord versus Ribombee. I was pretty confident that if he would lead with Ribombee, then this mon is going to be a suicide lead. But Guzzlord was too valuable to potentially sack it to a Moonblast. It would have only killed with full special attack choice specs, otherwise it wouldn't. But the chip would still be too much. And since we have no recovery at all, we have to watch out. Therefore, we are forced to switch out into Scizor, which can take everything pretty well. And if he sticky webs, we can defog. But as we can see, he has the stun spore and hits it on the first turn. And yeah, that's good prep. The Scizor is crippled now, and I have to get rid of the sticky webs though, since they are annoying, which I successfully do. And yeah, I bullet punch here. To be fair, as he sticky webs again, I could have potentially doubled into the Diancie Mega, since sticky webs would have been on his side then, and that would be nice, but I didn't. So that only occurred to me after the fight, and Diancie was not Mega'd yet, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. Oh, that's why. So yeah, as we can see, I want to get rid of this Ribombee, but I have to let my Scizor be healthy first. He switches out on the defog. Thankfully, we break through now, and we go into Guzzlord on the Chandelure, and we can see that he is a non-damage boosted item. So yeah, that's all for information we know so far. And now he is switching out. I go straight for the knockoff on the incoming Rotom, and we see it has some bulk investment in physical defense. He pivots out again. I go straight for the crunch and kill the Ribombee, so no webs for him. I get the boost, so at this moment it looks good, and Mamoswine comes in. I switch out, and it's revealed that he has Choice Scarf, and Icicle Crash does 35, so as we can see, no flinch, thankfully, but he is trying to fish for it. I go straight for the body press. At this point I would have lived 2 Icicle Crashes, that's why I was confident to go for attack. Here he misses his Icicle Crash, unfortunately for him, but I get to stay healthy, and I predict the switch out and go straight for the Shadow Ball on the Mega Medicham, which fake outs first, and reveals to have the Fire Punch, and that I didn't account for. I almost died, thankfully I didn't, so I was able to punish it with the Shadow Ball and take one of the threats out with Mega Medicham. So Mamoswine comes in, is able to click Earthquake, and I was just sacking the Orbital since I didn't know what he is locked into. Earthquake means of course that I can go into the Electros. He's going into the Deoxys defense. I go straight for the U-turn to gain momentum and go for the Diancie, since that's the opportunity to take the dub here with my sub combined setup set. And that's why I go into Diancie here, go into the Mega and sub. But here's the big but: he has the Flash Cannon, which I totally didn't see, and he prepped really well. So therefore I couldn't sub on the Deoxys, and I have to switch out. And this damage also reveals that he is fully special attack modest, which I didn't account for. So I have to U-turn out again. And the problem is I don't really have a lot that breaks this thing, and Guzzlord being the only one. And he switches out into Rotom again. I go straight for the knock, and here I made a huge misplay. I should have switched out, since the potential Will-O-Wisp will cripple my Guzzlord, and without the Guzzlord I don't have anything that can break the Deoxys defense reliably. But I didn't, since I didn't want him to pivot out for free. I go straight for a second knock, since I thought he would wall switch out again. And that was a misplay, so that's my Guzzlord being burned yet again, like in every fight. And we go for the slash bomb here, we get the poison and we kill the Rotom, but now Gasslot is crippled and he can go into the Mamoswine again. Here I thought he is going to predict my switch into Scissor or the Primarina. So I thought he would definitely go for the Earthquake here, but he goes straight for the Icicle Crash. So I mispredict the 50-50. Which in my opinion wasn't even a 50-50, it was more like a 67-33, but he chose the 33, and that's why I go down here with my Electros. I can then go into Primarina and click Hydro, but unfortunately it misses, and at this point he gets to recover back up. I have to switch out, he goes for the Thunderbolt. And the problem was, without that Hydro hitting, it wasn't a 2-hit KO anymore. That's why I had to switch out into Gasslot, which is burned. So you see, this Deoxys is a problem. He gets the Speed F drop on the first turn. I get the knock to at least get rid of the leftovers. And he can go straight for the recover. I go for Crunch. I get the defense drop, so we are even now. But I don't deal a lot of damage since I'm burned, otherwise this would have been different. And yeah, Flash Cannon is able to kill me here with that Will-O-Wisp chip. I go for the Moonblast to kill the Deoxys, and at this point I thought, okay, Prim with the Choice Scarf can pretty much handle the two of Pokemon he has, since Earthquake from the Choice Scarf Memo doesn't kill me. And then we are faster than the Chandelure with the Choice Scarf to get the win. And we have to click Hydro 2 times. So he goes for the Earthquake. Since I don't really have the best switch, I could have switched into the Scissor, but if I go into Scissor, he switches into Chandelure and we would gain nothing since Scissor can't really touch the Chandelure. Therefore, I sack the Diancie, which in my opinion is the right play, go into Prim and try to take the win here with 2 Hydro Pumps. Of course, we have to hit them, but even if we have to hit the first one at least. Yeah, we have to hit both ones. So at this point, I was pretty much forced to hit both Hydro Pumps to take the win home here. And as you can see, Prim doesn't hit the Hydro Pump yet again. And we have to switch out into the Scissor here. He goes into Chandelure. I don't have anything to punish that. I make a double here though, since I can still take the win home here with even with the unfortunate Hydro Pump misses. If I kill the Chandelure here with Hydro Pump, and then I can hope to not get parried on Scissor, Bullet Punch and kill the Memo. So that's my only plan left here. I go, that's why I did this double and it worked off. I was really proud of myself. But he then reveals to be another Scarfer, which I was totally confused about. Since I'm used to playing in leagues that have an item clause, I didn't account for the potential double Scarf, which is good prep, but kind of dumb in my opinion. So of course, that caught me off guard. He is faster than my Scarf Prim, and I die. So I go into Scissor, which I pretty much forced to. I don't know why he switches out. I think it was because because he was locked into an Energy Ball. And yeah, I take out the Mamoswine, but I don't have a chance against Chandelure now. I go for the Bullet Punch, it does only 80%. He goes for the Flamethrower, and he takes the win home. So in the end, I made a misplay by getting my Gasslot burned from the Rotom, and unfortunately I also did not I didn't account for Flash Cannon and Deoxys for setup Diancie, but I think in the end it came down to that Hydro Pumps, and Primarina didn't want me to take the win home this week, missing all of the Hydro Pumps every time. That's why in the end we lost that game, unfortunately, but GG to him. And yeah, so we are most likely out of the playoff race, but yeah, we will see. See ya, guys.